Hey, what's up, guys? I'm bringing you my Nightblade stamina build for the Dark Brotherhood, and let me just get into it. So it's a red guard. Now this is kind of up to you. What I'd recommend is either red guard or wood elf for the extra stamina recovery and ganking ability. But this isn't totally just gank only, so that's pretty good capability. You can use it in many ways. This is why I went red guard, but I went all in stamina. And I can't show you on here because of the PTS, but I want vampire stage 4, obviously, and then food. And here's where I actually don't think you should follow me, where I feel like you should put his weapon damage or like max stamina. I just have servant right now, but I feel like weapon damage would be better. Now, let me get into the gear. Now, this is where it's also kind of strange, and you don't have to really follow me, but this is just where I'm doing it, my stats. I just have Malakina helmet just for the weapon damage, and then Bloodspawn shoulders for the stamina recovery. And then I went 5-piece skirmisher for the roll dodge and the crit, and then agility, recovery on all of those, and robust, and maelstrom. This is where it's kind of up to you as well. Your charge obviously doesn't help us, and because that's not what I'm running. And the bow, it's pretty good, so that's something you keep. And then keep in mind, since none of my stuff is gold, stats will actually be higher on your build. So that's something to keep in mind, which is pretty good. Now I'm going to show you my buff stats. And they're pretty great if you actually see them. There's a lot of buffs, so that's something you'll have to get used to. So you get 3,100 weapon damage. Although that's kind of low, with the weapon damage Mundus, you get more. And then you get like 3k stam recovery, which is obviously overkill. You have decent amount of resistance and great stam and health. That's really good. And yeah. So now skills. Now first bar is how I would run it pretty much every time. I don't really see how you can move away from it. So for my single target, I have surprise attack with all buffs on. It has like 9,000 damage, and if you actually have gold with weapon damage Mundus, you actually get 10k tooltip buffed and everything, so that's pretty good. And I have ambush. You can run critical rush here, but personally I just like ambush better, but it would work good with the maelstrom. And then there's executioner, which is your execute, and it buffed it to 350, so it's really powerful. There's rally, which is your heal plus major brutality. Kind of self-explanatory. All these are kind of self-explanatory, but Shadow Disguise. You can run the other morph, but I like the critical strike ones. I like it, but and then I have Dawnbreaker. This one is just for my increased weapon damage, but this is where you could use Incapacitating Strike or even the other morph. But I just ran Dawnbreaker. And then to my next bar, I have the bow. I don't run any bow abilities because all I use this for is heavy attacks. So first ability is Vigor, Heal, and Expert or Camouflage Hunter. This passively makes your guy better. Plus, like I activate it just for like Nightblades and stuff. Then Immovable from extra resistance and knockback and all this stuff. And the Shuffle, self-explanatory, really good ability. And Relentless Focus, also very good, using your recovery and damage and everything. And I have Dawnbreaker on here as well, because I'm only using this bar for heavy attacks, so I want as much damage as I can. So pretty much where I run this is I'm in stealth, and then charge up a heavy attack, and then shoot the heavy attack, and then you go in with ambush. That usually does a ton of damage. If they're not dead by then, usually just execute or surprise attack, and they're dead by then. With how like powerful our guy is. That's champion points. So since this is on PTS, I don't have the max amount of champion points, but this is kind of how I would do it. I'd maybe put 20 into Warlord, and then probably 60 or 70 to Mooncalf, and then like a little bit less in Magic recovery just for a little bit that help that it gives you for cloak and whatnot. And then tumbling, I'd put maximum amount of 20 in here. So for the next tree, I have 10 into blessed, just because, you know, as a Nightblade, it's nice to have extra healing because we're kind of low on it to begin with. Then I have 10 for Shattering Blow, just for those swords and people that keep spamming shields. Then Bow Expert, this is pretty good because a heavy attack can do like 10k damage, 5%, it really adds up. Then I only have 5 for Precise Strikes, just, you know, help in that little bit. And then pretty much for the rest of your points, you put on Piercing, Mighty, so that just increase your damage overall. And then last, I have 30 resistant, but I would actually recommend a lot more like 50, because I don't have a lot of pure resistance, but around 50 is pretty good there. And then the rest here, just make it even, put it, you know, out there. That's it for champion points. Now, forgot to say, since I'm using the PTS gear, it has some weird traits, but I would actually say that you should use InPen on pretty much everything. Like I say, you don't just use InPen on certain parts. So you have to use InPen on everything, or don't use it really at all. But yeah, I would recommend InPen on everything. And yep, that's pretty much it. So if you guys have any questions, or if I left anything out, you guys just tell me in the comments. I'll answer any questions you have. Yep, that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace.